Channel 2 Investigates has learned a former Atlanta City attorney and Atlanta Police Department officer has been indicted on charges that she stole pandemic relief funds.
What?
Channel 2 investigative reporter Justin Gray with us now.
Hold on. She stole pandemic relief funds? We ain't had a pandemic for like over 2 years now. And what was the pandemic, like 2020 to 2022-ish? And she just now getting sentenced in middle 2024? What you do shall come back to you. Undirected team. We got another show. We're on a roll right now. This one, I mean, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you're seeing what's going on with the graphics below us. You're seeing the pink Rolls Royce right there, the candy pink. You're seeing this evil looking lady over in the corner. We got to figure out what's going on here. What's going on? PPP fraud? Y'all remember though. Y'all remember Biden. Biden said, hey, we're going to hire a whole bunch of IRS agents and we're going to extend the time that we can prosecute for pandemic relief crimes up to 10 years. And we still got probably about 8 more years left of this. So this is not going to be the first. Well, it's not the first. It is not going to be close to the last. They're going to be falling down like dominoes. Hey, I just want you to know, if you fraudulently took out pandemic relief funds from the taxpayers like myself and many others, always be looking over your shoulder. Because anytime, all of a sudden you can hear, doot, 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 boom, ATF, you're going to jail. It's too much fun. Yo, we got to get into this. We got to see what's going on. Atlanta City Attorney, PPP fraud. I mean, that lady in the corner, I was hesitant to put her picture down there. I like the car, though. The car is kind of cool, although it's just way too bright. How about like a midnight black or something? I mean, damn, you can keep the rim color, but I mean, damn, all that pink is just too much. But that lady in the corner scares me. She probably needs to be in jail, locked away somewhere with a face like that. If y'all could do the big 4, that's like, share, comment, subscribe. And also, I got links down below to support the channel. If you be so kind, you can hit one of the links and anything helps. Team, we're only as good as the teammate to our left and the teammate to our right. We need each other to succeed. Helping this platform helps you. It helps us. It helps us move and become better as a collective. And, you know, that's what I do this for. I do this for us, team. I'm not like this lady in the corner that is stealing from y'all through pandemic relief funds. And she's not the only one. Now, I will say this. The government made it extremely easy for people to get a hold of these funds. And that's what I don't like. And there's a conspiracy here that I'm just not really understanding what's going on. And we won't know the full grand scale and scope of things until much later. There's a lot of things, like everything comes to light eventually. That's what you got to know. So we're not going to know exactly what the whole angle of doing this, because it was way too easy to get these loans. I'm not telling on nobody. I know plenty of people that got it. I never got it. You can look it up. It's very easy to look it up. I'll just tell you this before we move on and look at the rest of the story. If you want to know who took out pandemic relief funds fraudulently or perfectly, like, legally, you can do that. If I can find, I'll actually pin the website down below in the description. I got to find it again. I looked it up like around that time And I was just looking up like people I know, and I'm like, wow, he did it, she did it, wow, they did it. And I'm just already knowing like these people did not have these businesses that they were saying. They're talking, I got 28 employees. They were getting big checks. Most people were trying to cap the checks around a certain amount, like probably like 25K, 50K. Like people were getting like crazy numbers. And what they were doing was also fraudulently doing their tax returns. And on your tax returns, there's something that's called a Schedule C. So I actually made a song where I referenced it back at that time, where I would never let a scammer do my Schedule C's. I built my own websites for my LLCs. Something vitamin D. All you hating ass trolls can SMD. It was something like that. I be forgetting my own lyrics. I gotta literally think of it, but I got that song. It's called Straight Business. The song's called Straight Business. If you want to hear it, let me know. I'll send you the link to it. But yeah. So, you know, that was the thing. That was the thing when they put it out there. But my thing is this, like, how deep does it go? Because now they're coming back and getting all these people that committed these crimes. Was that really what they were trying to get accomplished? And that helped our inflation like skyrocket. I don't know if that's the exact reason. I don't know how exactly these economics work. I just know that just printing money to give away to people that don't deserve it and basically didn't need it based off of what they were saying is incredible. But this woman is the latest victim or suspect, however you want to call it, to get caught, indicted, charged, and sentenced to. She got 7 years, and she's 62 years old. So she won't get the whole 7 years, most likely. She'll probably be out in like 5 or something with good behavior, but she's going to be in jail till she's 67 years old, most likely, and possibly the full sentence. I don't know, but let's say she does do the full sentence. She's going to be 70 years old when she gets out of prison, y'all. This is insane. Is it really worth it to spend probably the last good years of your life in prison? And when you come out, you're going to be destroyed. Like, being in prison at 62 through 70 is got to be awful on your body. I mean, that's like living hell. Like, I mean, I could see if you were like 20, get out at 28. Like, let's keep watching, y'all. Let's keep watching. This is crazy, y'all.
Alive in South Fulton County, where you've been looking through this new indictment.
Well, Justin, it was just in October that the Renee Group here was awarded a significant chunk of a $99 million DeKalb contract. But this week, the owner of the Renee Group, Shanifa.
Nah, you said it right the first time, bruh. Shanifa. If your name is Sharitha, hold on. I don't even know how to say it now. You messed me up.
Renee Robinson was it?
Hold on, let me go back one little bit.
Well, Justin, it was just in October that the Renee Group here was awarded a significant chunk of a $99 million DeKalb contract. But this week, the owner of the Renee Group, Shalitha Renee.
Shanifa. Hey, yo, you know he practiced that too before this. He knew he was going to mess up the name. That's why he messed it up this time. Before they turned the camera on, he was like, Shanitha. And then he came out, Shanifa. He was thinking of Queen Latifah. He didn't know what was going on. Look at him right there. He looks insane in there. Why always be stopping people's pictures on the wrong time? God, don't do that to me, man. I know I be making some stupid faces. Do not screenshot me making an insane face. I'll just give you one. There you go. Now you can like make a thumbnail of me and make an awful video about me and be like, this guy's insane. You're probably not wrong. If your name is Shanitha, don't commit crimes. Don't commit crimes. I have a very distinctive name, right? So I just got to stay away from crimes. I'm not named Mike Smith. I'm not going to blend into the crowd. Your name is Shanitha Robertson. Shanitha Robertson. They're going to know who the hell you are, bro. There's not very many. Well, there's probably a lot, but not that are former police officers, former city attorneys, and own the Renee Group that just got $99 million as far as a contract to fix sewers and plumbing systems in the city of Atlanta. I mean, this is crazy. You got money pouring in, and you're just being greedy, stealing. Let's see what you got going on.
Robertson was indicted on charges that she stole millions of tax dollars.
Millions.
Hello, it's Justin Gray with Channel 2. I'm trying to reach Shalitha Robertson. No answer at the call box to the front gates of Chateau Royal, the grand South Fulton estate, listed with the Secretary of State as the principal address of...
Damn. Bro, you had a whole estate. It looks super old, though. I wouldn't want to live in a place like that. I don't care if it's called the Chateau Royal or whatever. I would not want to live there. It does not look like a nice place. But, well, it did probably back in like 1954, but not now. I don't know. Shalitha, what's going on with you? Can you talk to me? You don't seem like you're easy to talk to. I don't want to talk to you.
Shalitha Robertson's company, the Renee Group. Shalitha Renee Robertson is a former Atlanta police officer and Atlanta city attorney who currently has a lucrative contract with DeKalb County worth millions to repair sewage and water systems. She's also just been charged in this federal indictment, alleged to have stolen
controller of certain entities based in the Northern District of Georgia, including Atlanta Custom Motors, the Renee Group. Chandra Norton was a resident of the Cherokee County in the state Georgia. PPP was, COVID-19 pandemic relief program, blah, blah, blah.
Stolen $7 million in COVID relief Paycheck Protection Program funds intended to help keep people employed during the pandemic. In a Channel 2 Action News investigation last month, we found more than 553,000 Georgia businesses received PPP loans, totaling more than $24 billion just in Georgia.
Why did they make it so easy to just steal money from the people? I mean, technically, you're stealing from yourself because the taxpayers pay this, but then also you're a taxpayer. I mean, you're a scammer, so you'll never pay as much taxes as what you stole. But technically, like, I mean, you're paying for it in other ways: inflation, gas prices, interest rates, just all kind of other stuff. Like, I mean, we all just suffer from it.
But federal prosecutors told us that tens of millions of dollars of that money here in Georgia went to fake companies trying to steal your tax dollar. This new indictment...
all over the city. So many scammers in Minnesota. I mean, like, man. Look, and the crazy part about it is, like, you could have just did it yourself. But it was people out here that were doing it for people, and they weren't even putting in no work. They were just taking money off the side. Like, they're like, I can get you back 20 bands. I'm just going to take 8 of them. And they weren't doing nothing but just typing up some paperwork, like just submitting your tax returns and then applying for it. Like, it was so much corruption, but it was so much money floating around. All those people are broke right now. They got nothing. Nothing.
Alleges that Shalitha Robertson spent PPP money on personal expenses like a Rolls Royce,
It's a Rolls Royce in the corner,
motorcycle, and jewelry, including $128,000 for a 10-carat diamond ring.
What? Shalitha, why do you need a 10-carat diamond ring for $128,000? Why? For what? Oh, I get it. You want to feel like you were married. What finger were you wearing that on? Don't tell me it was on your left hand. On this finger. This one. This finger right here. Are you right there, Shalitha? Is that where you're wearing it? I'm not putting up the middle finger. My middle finger's right here. This the ring finger. Couldn't get a man to buy you one, so you said, I'm going to buy it myself. I'm going to get me a ring. If ain't no man's going to buy me one and get, no man's bending knee to you. You're a PPP scammer. I got another story that we're going to talk about. Tory Lanez, his wife, divorced him in prison. And it's probably better that you didn't, have a man bend and get, because he would have divorced you. Second he figured out you were PPP scammer, he would have had to get ready. And then he would have got divorced in prison like Tory Lanez did. We'll talk about that later. Damn, Shalitha.
Hello, Justin Gray with Channel 2.
Nobody would answer the gate today at the Renee Group warehouse, but DeKalb County records show it's one of 4 companies just awarded in October a $99 million contract to repair DeKalb sewer systems. DeKalb County tells us in a statement, quote, the county was unaware that Ms. Robertson was under investigation by federal authorities for any type of wrongdoing. In light of this indictment, DeKalb County will review all contracts and our relationship with Ms. Robertson and the Renee Group and take any appropriate.
This lady already had a contract for $99 million. Now, she's not making 99 off of that, but she's getting a percentage to be contracted this work. I mean, if you're getting $100 million deals, like, I mean, damn, like just getting 2% of that puts you in a whole different tax bracket. Like, I don't get what the hell she was doing. Maybe she didn't know her potential at the time. Maybe she used some of the pandemic relief funds to even be able to put herself in a position to get this contract. But I mean, this is incredible, man. Like, what on earth are you thinking? It's just not worth it.
Action.
And Robertson's former business partner, Chandra Norton, has already entered a guilty plea to similar charges. She's awaiting sentencing.
So if I'm not mistaken, Norton was involved, business partner, so they were colluded in this. So, but she took a plea deal and probably gave up Shalitha. And I think Shalitha took it to trial and then got smoked and then got a longer sentence. She probably could have took a deal and got less time, but I think that's what happened. Don't quote me on that.
Sentencing, U.S. Attorney for the Northern District, Ryan Buchanan, says in a statement tonight, quote, we will continue to vigorously prosecute anyone who fraudulently attains these critical funds.
That they will. They're going to keep getting y'all. And y'all think that the small people that only did it for like 15,000, 10,000, 50,000, nah, they on y'all too. They're going to get y'all too. I'd never even considered doing that. I mean, doing like check scams, using your own ID, getting fake checks, like all that stuff comes back on you. It's just some of the dumbest things y'all can do, man. Like, everybody thought since everybody else was doing it that you can kind of just get lost in the sauce and just like disappear in the abyss of the sea, weasel your way out of it. But nah, that's not what's going to happen to you. Especially the ones that did big money like that. Oh, they're coming for that. The crazy thing about it is, and I know this just from other research, that she gave a lot of that money to her family, and I don't even think she had to pay fines in excess of what she stole. So she actually like kept a lot of the money. Like, they probably took the car, the diamond ring, different things like that. But a lot of money she gave away, like, she never had to give back, as far as I know. So, I mean, that's kind of wild, y'all. We did have this right here that we wanted to look over real quick. This explains in detail a little more what's going on. We can look over it real quick. We'll speed read through it. 7 million paycheck protection program. She was previously an assistant city attorney for the city of Atlanta, found guilty by a federal judge. This is before she got sentenced, but this was after she got found guilty. 3 counts of wire fraud, 1 count of money laundering, stemmed from her business, false information, PPP loans, inflated loan amounts, investigation conducted, COVID-19 fraud, form 2020, prevent PPP loans to sign, small business, and then misappropriated funds, extravagant purchases, Rolls Royce, motorcycle, $148,000 10-carat diamond ring, allegedly transferred funds to family members and co-conspirator Sandra Nelson, who she took a plea, which is probably much less than Robertson. she had initially blamed Nelson for the fraudulent loan applications, but Nelson already pleaded guilty. So Nelson got out of there early. Nelson immediately started singing like a canary, and she gave her up. And Robinson now faces a maximum of 20 years. We know she got 7 years. So like I said, this was before. She got 7 years running concurrently because she had multiple charges. So yeah, so Nelson already pleaded guilty. A frequent Democrat political candidate in Georgia, Robinson's political endeavors included bids for Fulton County Superior Court judge in 2014 and 20, as well as city council seat. Why are all these people so shady, man? Like, some of the most corrupt people be in our political office. Like, for real, they be right there, like telling us what to do, like looking down on us, and they be out here doing scams, all kinds of laundering money, siphoning money out of different types of charitable funds and stuff like that. I mean, you just look at all the corruption that we got going on, or just mishandling of, public funds. And it's just crazy. Like, I'm not going to name these people right now, but you can look at the one and I'm not even going to say it. We'll stick to this right now because I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of talking about all these corrupt politicians, because we could do that for a long time. But anyways, she was out on bond by pleading not guilty in December 22 after the verdict. She was reprimanded into custody pending her sentence, scheduled April 11th, one day after my birthday. She did get sentenced, though. Her sentence was 20 years in a federal penitentiary. We got one more right here. Check this one out. This is Fox News. They're going to talk about it.
Mo money, mo problems. At least for former Atlanta city attorney and Democrat Shalitha Robertson. Now, she was just sentenced to 7 years behind bars.
Yeah, she got 7 years, yep.
After being found guilty for...
They gave her a good picture. My picture down in the corner is much worse. I fried her.
Pandemic loan fraud over $15 million worth. Robertson gave out this advice in 2023.
Goes back to what I've always told you. Don't ever chase the money. Mm-hmm. The money will come.
Chase the universe, not the bag.
That's it. Chase.
You're not chasing nothing. The way you look, you ain't chased nothing in a long time, Shalitha.
Chase your passion, baby. Chase your dream. The money will come.
Yeah, the money will...
Man, I'm just so tired of people just being liars, man. Like, that's why you end up doing 7 years, and you should have got more than that, but it is what it is. That's not for me to decide. I'm just saying this, like, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. But when you put yourself in positions of power like that, you have a much higher burden of responsibility than the average person, because what you do affects thousands and thousands of people. Like, the majority of us, like, when we do something, it really just affects us, right? But when you take out PPP loans and you're scamming the system, and there's actual businesses that need that, and you're siphoning money from accounts that were not made for you, like, it's like stealing from that person, the Salvation Army guy that rings the bell during Christmas time and people put change in there. It's like jacking him. Like, you don't jack the Salvation Army bell guy. You don't run off with his red bucket of change. You don't do that. It's not right. Don't you have one of these? What's pumping in here? What's in there? What's going through your blood? What's going through your veins? Like, it's not right.
Will come courtesy of the American taxpayers, because safe to say she didn't practice what she preached. In April and May of 2020, Robertson chose to follow the money and fraudulently applied for millions of dollars in government loans for 4 businesses that she owned. And then she hooked herself up with luxury items that came with a very steep price tag, such as a swanky Rolls Royce, a 10-carat diamond ring. And Georgia filings show that she donated $1,000 to Trump prosecutor Fani Willis's
Who?
Democratic.
Fanny. Fanny? 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 Fanny, Fanny, Fanny? 1K only though? You got 7 million and you only gave Fanny 1K?
Primer.
How do you steal money and you're still greedy? You didn't even work for it. You only given 1,000?
Election campaign. That donation went through around the same time that Robert.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. If she'd have donated a little more to Fanny, I mean, Fanny is right there in like the whole criminal court system out there, so she probably could have put in a word for you. Had you gave her a little more cash when you had it, you might have got that 7 knocked down to 3.5. Fanny got some pull over there in Fulton County and in Atlanta in general. So, yeah. Next time, take, grease the is that what they call it? Grease the elbows. Yeah, grease them. Oh no, the palms. Grease the palms. I say elbows. Yeah, grease the palms a little more next time.
Robertson received her massive payouts from the Paycheck Protection Program. Harris, you can't make this up.
No, I mean, when you hear about all the candy.
All right, we're going to leave it there, y'all. We don't need to hear from their panel. But, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. The corruption is real in the world that we live in. Team, stay away from crime. If you already got your PPP loans, I don't really know what to say. They're probably gonna catch you at some point. And I would just say this: if you did do it, I hope you did something good with the money. Like I hope you flipped that 20 or 30 into 80 or 100 or infinity. Because at least when they catch you, you can pay back the money and you'll probably get a slap on the hand as far as your sins. But if you got no money to give, they're going to destroy you. They're going to drag you through the coals and they're going to give you a whole bunch of time. And you're going to pay it off in restitution and with your life. So, at least if you commit crime, do it for the right reasons, right? It's kind of like taking out like I could use one of my credit cards right now and I could probably take out a lot of money and just be like, yo, I'm gonna pay it back. Now, if I could do that, if I could get the money and know I gotta pay interest on it, but if I could, let's say I got a month before I gotta pay the balance on it. If I could take out, let's just say 10, and I could turn 10 into 14 and then pay back my credit card, well, that's actually a smart move. You know what? Now I'm starting to think. All right. Anyways, look, you got to be careful, all right? Matter of fact, let's go on an undirected perspective. What do I got for this team? Crime doesn't pay. It usually doesn't even pay at the time, but it's all going to catch up to you eventually. And my thing is this, I get it. It's difficult. It's hard to get ahead. It really is. I understand that. But the thing you have to think about it like when you're driving down the road. Let's say you're going somewhere, right? And you need to be there in 20 minutes. And you leave and the GPS says you're going to be there in 20 minutes. And you decide to speed. And then you get pulled over because you were doing the wrong thing, which is speeding. And then you end up being 40 minutes late and then having a $300 speeding ticket and then having points on your license. Then having your insurance go up. it's just not worth it. We all know the rules that we need to abide by. Speeding is one of them. Not defrauding the government for millions and billions of dollars is another one. They're gonna catch you. Paper trail. If you're gonna do it, at least be more elaborate. It seems like I'm always giving y'all advice how to do crime, even though I'm telling you not to. Look, if you're gonna defraud the bank, if you're gonna defraud the government, do a little more work. Like, get a fake ID, fake social, right? Get a burner bank account, set it all up under the fake name, right? Fake social. Don't leave any evidence that's gonna link you back to your phone numbers, pinging your cell phone, camera footage, do everything online. Use Chime. Use Chime Bank. Don't walk into the Wells Fargo branch with your fake ID, because that's gonna hurt. You know, you can set up a US bank account literally through like online portals. You don't even have to walk into the branch. I don't know if Wells Fargo does it. But then at least when they come looking for you, they come looking for a ghost. But what did she do? She gave them a big round target, riding around in a pink Rolls Royce with $128,000 on her finger. Her ring finger, and she's not married, which is a huge red flag. You're walking around with 128 on your ring finger. We all know you can't afford it, and you don't got a husband. So how the hell did you get that? That's the biggest red flag of all. Like, I mean, the second people seen that, they knew she was guilty or she was up to something. So, look, I would say don't commit crimes at all. But if you do, don't be lazy and just do it in your own name and just lie. I mean, this lady said she had 118 employees. I don't got the documents up, but she said there was three businesses where she got like $3 million for one, she got like $5 million for one, and she got like a whole bunch of money for the other one, and she stacked them. So she did it all within like a span of like 60 days, and the checks kept coming, and she just kept blowing through the money. But she said she had 118 employees on one, completely fabricated, made-up company. Had no employees. The company was a complete lie. So it's just like, why, if you could do all that and you could just lie, why not lie about the name and everything else associated with it? So I have no idea, like, why somebody would be that foolish, especially when you used to be a police officer and a city attorney, whatever the hell that is. I'm out of here, y'all. Dot sell out. Hey, yo, I wonder if she got the, because she's in jail now, so that means the case is closed. Are they auctioning off the Rolls Royce? Anybody got the link to the auction where the Rolls Royce is at? I might buy it. You might catch me rolling down a Minnesota street in that pink Rolls Royce. They probably gonna sell it for pennies on a dollar. Ain't nobody gonna want that ugly car. And I know the whole suspension is broke on that thing. Like, you know, where you got the seat, I bet the seat's all cracked up. You know, you rest your elbow right here, I bet it's all cracked up right there. Resting their sweaty elbow all on the damn arm console rest. Yo, hey, send me the link, team. Y'all got the link, send it to me. I'm gonna put a bid in. We're gonna have some fun with that one. Yo, these people are crazy, y'all. Man, look over your shoulder. Keep one eye open like CBS, because somebody coming to take your ass.